Hello dudes and dudettes, we're in my testing world and I'm looking frantically for my wool testing area. Here it is. I tested all kind of wool farms here and I designed my own. This one that is very efficient, perhaps the most efficient that it can be. It relies on observing the grass when it's cut and when it's grown back, and then it shears the sheep with this dispenser right here, and it's very good. But what if you don't have quartz to make observers? First of all, let's talk about why we even want a wool farm early game. We want it because of this guy. When we trade with him, he will give us quite a decent amount of emeralds, and it's so easy and takes absolutely no work. Let's just put in some wool here and try to start trading with him. And in no time you have 16 emeralds, and you can do this a couple of times a day, and that's a really good deal. And apparently he's gotten a son, okay? Dudes, dudettes, I want to show you a very easy to build wool farm that doesn't require you to go to the Nether to get quartz. That is kind of part of my project in my new 118 survival series. I do farms without using quartz. You start off, as you always do, with a double chest, and then you punch out 5 blocks, and then you take hoppers pointing into that block. 3, you could use 2 only perhaps. And then I'm just gonna mark out the area. You don't need to, but that's just easier. So it's 5 and the double chest, and including that block, you go 7 that way all the way here, and we just place in the blocks so it's easier to see what we're doing. And you make this go all the way around, so it's a 5 by 7 by 7 like this, and there's the sun again. And then you find the middle, which is 3 on each side, and then you put down a powered rail right there, and you do this on all sides, so it's right there and right there and right there, and then you fill in with ordinary rails. Just like that. Then we need to power the rails, and we just used a lever like that, and we do this on all the powered rails, all 3 sides like this. Over here it's kind of different because we have a hopper and we don't want to lock it, so we put a solid block right there, and then we just take the lever and put power to the solid block. Then the hopper isn't locked. And just to make it easy for ourselves, we're gonna place a powered rail right there, not right there, but right there, because when we build up the farm, we won't be able to push in the minecart later. Then we get some grass, and I know early game, this is probably a very early game farm, you don't have grass. I will deal with that later. Right now, just think of it as dirt. And outside of this, you build one more layer all the way around like this. Then it's time to fill in the middle. Let's just do this real quick, and the final 3 as well. And just to make sure, you can count that there's 7 on this side right here, and there needs to be 9 on this side right here. Then you have done it correct. And now you need to use a dispenser, and make sure it's a dispenser. You go 3 blocks in and place it right there, and you cannot use a dropper. And opposite side, you do the same 3 in right there. There's 1 block in between them, and then you place dispensers facing this way, 1 block away from the original dispensers like this in both ends. And then you take trapdoors and place in front of the mouth of each and every one of them like this. And the cool thing is, grass can grow underneath these pressure plates. Then you take glass, place it all the way around like this, leave out the one side to start with, and then we are talking about that you don't have silk touch, so you probably can't place grass early game. No, so you have to let it grow up, and you make this kind of stair like this, and the grass will crawl up there by itself. Slowly, and you can use it to get in the sheeps later as well. Now In order to make the grass that the sheep grow back fast, we need to have a lot of grass that it can grow from, so to speak. So you make this part of their dirt as well, and then you just fill in this, leave one gap for the grass and the sheep, and then you fill in dirt all the way around the edges, also all the way around like this. It will take some time for the grass to grow up there natural, so we can help it along by doing this and maybe connecting the middle part as well. Let's just do it in the middle like this, but it will take some time. But in the meanwhile, let me explain that grass can actually regrow under glass, and it can jump 3 high from grass below, and it can also jump 3 down, which means that the reason we have all this dirt upon the grass in the middle is because we want to regrow the grass quickly when the sheep eat it. Now I just speed up the video like this, and you can see the grass growing in place. Cool. And we can remove that. When the farm is operational, you want to be able to get in there and put in new shears. So we need to have a way to walk around without falling down to the sheep, and we use trapdoors. But you can see the trapdoors, where the pressure plates are, needs to be 1 higher like this all the way around. Otherwise the sheep will get caught. Now, another thing is that grass only grows when there's light. So we just spam in a lot of torches in these rooms right here, and these are the most important ones. You can do it on top as well. Let's just do the corners like this, and like this, and like this, and if you're really eager you can do like this too. Then the grass will regrow as fast as it possibly can. Now we put in shears in these, just put in 3 to start with. It will go a long way because it doesn't get damaged unless it shears a sheep. Now, sheep, they need to be in here. Normally in survival you will put in 2 and breed them up, but you cannot use one of these because if you want to trade, it's only white wool. So we have to get this one out of here. And then you need to breed up or put in 12 white sheeps in here, like this. When they're in there, you can close it off. And basically the farm is almost ready to go. You can see the wool gets collected. Let's see if we can see a sheep. Yeah, he got sheared right there. But we need to collect the wool, and that's what this is for. So you can put the minecart right there, and you can turn it off again. And now all the wool is collected and gets into this chest right here. Pretty neat. And now the farm is done, and I will AFK here for 15 minutes just to see what the rates are. But a lot of you always ask me, how do I make a building around it? And this is my new 118 series, and I have made this exact same farm, and I made this building around it just to show you, give you some inspiration for what you can do. This building is actually quite big, but you can see it's exactly the same farm in there, and the rates, they're pretty good. They're decent. Well, more than decent. And if we go around here, you can see I made a stair up here so I can go in here and put in new shears. But the thing is, as I said, they don't take damage unless they shear a sheep. So they're really not that used, even though they have made all that wool. And the trapdoor is just if I fall down there so I can get up again. And this room, well, there's nothing in here except access to the dispensers. I have a door right here also. It's just so, yeah, I can see it from a different angle. That's it. All right, back to you, Fab. Thank you, Fab. And I've been waiting here for 15 minutes, and the rates are 1.5 stack. And by my calculations, that will be just above 6 stacks per hour in this farm. Pretty good, I think. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video. If you're brand new, subscribe, hit that belly button to get notifications, and see you in the next one. Bye!